Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. I gotta start with this. Brad Garlinghouse expects $10 trillion to come on the XRP ledger from the custody digital asset market. Take a listen to this.
Macro environment around custody digital assets is expected to be close to $10 trillion by the year 2030. And inevitably, people are going to need a place to store those assets and safe, secure, and they're going to need to be able to transfer them as well, having good on and off ramps. Even a tokenization engine, some of the work Ripple is doing around central bank digital currencies or CBDCs. So we think there's a lot of pieces that come together, and we already had, and I remember when you and I first spoke, I remember being on a call with one of the largest top 10 banks in the world, and a bank Ripple was already working with, and they were asking us about, could we help them with their custody? This is prior to the Medico acquisition, and we weren't in a position to do that. And so when we think about that synergy, the ability to say to that existing Ripple customer, hey, here's a best in class, going head to head time and time again and winning on the custody level, to be able to bring that product to them, I think is a great opportunity for the two companies together. So
you see why custody is so big? Because custody gets all that value onto the XRP ledger. Brad then talked about on-off ramps. People are going to want to move that value around. That's where XRP would come in. It would be like the trust layer from point A to point B. XRP would be in the middle moving that value. And I think it's going to happen long before 2030. Orchak seems like they want this to happen as soon as next year. SEC sues Consensys, calls MetaMask an unregistered securities broker. In a new filing made with the Eastern District of New York, the SEC has sued blockchain software company Consensys. The lawsuit makes several claims regarding the company's MetaMask wallet and alleges that the firm collected over $250 million in fees through their actions. The situation is all the more complicated due to a June 18th blog post from Consensys regarding SEC legal action. In the post, the company announced the agency closed its investigation into Ethereum 2.0 while ensuring it would not pursue enforcement action. So it looks like the SEC just got pissed off and decided to sue Consensys. I want to see what happens next. And they're going all the way back to 2016. You see that right here. They developed and operated a suite of crypto asset related services under the brand MetaMask. And I think what's going to happen here is Consensys is just going to fight them all the way to the end. I think Consensys is going to do what Ripple did. But we'll stay up to date on that as things keep coming out. Ripple's top exec says U.S. remains a big challenge. Casey Craddock, managing director for the UK and Europe at San Francisco-based enterprise crypto company, stated that the U.S. continues to be a big challenge for the company during a recent interview. It's worth noting that Ripple is still engaged in a bitter, long-lasting legal battle with the U.S. SEC. The SEC is still holding back Ripple. I still think it's holding down the price of XRP as well. It's the whole reason that Ripple became a global company. If the US was friendly to Ripple, could you imagine where XRP would be right now? Could you imagine how far along Ripple would be right now? Look at how quick they grew all around the world. Missing out on XRP could be the biggest mistake, expert says. King Karen says, for me, it doesn't matter if XRP will take off tomorrow or 2 years later. I have my money on enough alts that money will be made no matter what. But the biggest mistake someone can make is missing out on XRP's implementation into the financial banking system. Anybody that sells too soon is going to regret it. XRP, once you see the price of XRP, once a few banks start using it, I'm talking about at a massive level, sending money cross borders all day long, the price of XRP is going to be very high when that happens. And I think that's coming within the next 24 months. In fact, it's most likely the next 18 months from where we are right now. I think we're going to watch big changes happen. Now that Mika is going live, that's going to be game changing. I think the rest of the world is going to pay attention to that. And they're going to start pushing towards regulations. Once you got regulations, that's it. The sky is the limit for these cryptocurrencies. Banking giant Santander to offer cryptocurrency trading services in Brazil. More traditional institutions are targeting cryptocurrency savvy customers in Brazil. Santander, one of the world's largest banks, has announced that it will start offering cryptocurrency trading services to its customers of its Toro investment unit. This decision comes after 3 years of internal studies and market analysis of Santander, which joins the ranks of other institutions like Nubank and Unibanco, which already offer these services to their customers. And guess who Santander is a partner with? Ripple. And I know Ripple is also going very big in Brazil as well. That's going to continue to expand over time. Ripple won big in California court last week, but the judge's ruling muddied the waters on whether XRP could be considered a security. Crypto lawyers say it's a symptom of a bigger problem. That comes from CoinDesk. Brad says this, CoinDesk, this is embarrassing. The California judge did not call XRP a security. In fact, only XRP and Bitcoin have clarity in the United States. You've already had to delete a misleading tweet after correcting a misleading headline on this topic once. The industry needs CoinDesk to do better. You know, that's why when there's a big announcement on something, I always like to wait to make my videos hours later, because a lot of times people jump with these announcements and they build hype around it really quick, only to find out that it was bullshit all along. That's why most of the time you will see my videos, the timeline on my videos is later at night. I let all the day's news sit so I could bring you just the facts. You know, I think that's a better path than trying to rush a video out just so I could get views on nonsense hype. That doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help you understand your investment any better. And honestly, I'd rather just hand you the facts and let you decide on how big the news actually is, instead of me hyping it up. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle agree any digital asset reporting requirement rule must be narrow, tailored, and clear. Unfortunately, U.S. Treasury's final rule governing crypto tax reporting fails to hit the nail squarely on the head. So the rule, which would be phased in starting next year for the 2026 tax filing season, align the tax requirements for cryptocurrencies with existing tax reporting requirements for brokers, for other financial instruments such as bonds and stocks, Treasury said. The final rule was modified from the Treasury's original proposal in order to limit some burdens on brokers and to phase in new requirements in stages, Treasury officials said. It also includes a $10,000 threshold for reporting on transactions involving stablecoins, a type of crypto token typically pegged to an asset like the US dollar. So what they're telling you is, once Ripple stablecoin comes, anytime it's used above $10,000, it will be treated like cash. Like if you took $10,000 out of the bank right now, they would make you fill out forms. The cryptocurrency industry has waged a comment letter campaign after Treasury proposed the rule last year, arguing that the scope of the proposal's definition of a broker was too broad and that the requirements violated the privacy of crypto owners. Treasury said it reviewed the more than 44,000 comments on the proposal. It also said it anticipates issuing additional rules later this year to establish tax reporting requirements for non-custodial brokers, including decentralized crypto exchanges. So I want to see how much of this pushes ahead and how much of this gets cut before this becomes the final ruling. And we already know that Uphold and Coinbase, they're going to report your crypto holdings, and if you're withdrawing funds to your bank, to the IRS as well. But this is the path forward. If you want mass adoption for crypto, you need to have tax rules put in place as well. There's no way they're going to allow the big financial institutions to get involved with crypto without making sure that they're going to collect tax money from it. They're going to treat it kind of like the way they treat cash right now. But I do believe a lot of this is overstepping as well. I'll keep you up to date on what happens on that. 4 major announcements of XRP Ledger Apex 2024. So I want to remind everybody that what happened at Apex 2024. So Ripple's USD stablecoin got announced. It has not gone live yet. I still see scams around that already. Axelar is the main EVM sidechain bridge. I thought that was big. Axelar was named the primary bridge provider for the XRP Ledger EVM sidechain, replacing the XLS-38D bridge. This decision, pending community approval, will enable bridging to over 55 networks, significantly enhancing the interoperability of the XRP Ledger ecosystem. Renewed partnership with Archax. Archax wants to bring $50 trillion in tokenized assets to the XRP Ledger. XRP Ledger Japan and Korea Fund. They're pledging 1 billion XRP to support in-person events, hackathons, developer grants, and corporate partnerships in these regions. I think we could see new projects come to the XRP Ledger because of that as well. The reason I wanted to point that out is because people keep saying nothing's happening around the XRP Ledger, but yet I'm always showing you project after project that's building out. Most of those projects are based around cross-border payments or tokenization, bringing value to the XRP Ledger, which will bring value to XRP over time. But you know, people think that because you get an announcement, all of a sudden the price of XRP should take off. It doesn't work that way. In fact, usually when you get good news about Ripple or good news about XRP, the price seems to dip for some reason. Then it eventually bounces back. But I do know 2024 is going to be a big year for XRP. We're just all still waiting for it to happen. And until it does happen, you got to stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.